How kind is that?
Said nobody ever. Sorry.
Black crow, out there in the garden. Black crow, he makes me swear. I turn my head, but I don't see him. I hear his call, I know he's there. Black crow, I know he's waiting, as patient as the livelong day. He visits me when I least expect him. He never strays too far away. If I'd only a golden arrow, if I'd only an archer's eye, I'd raise my bow and hold my breath and watch that arrow fly. Black crow, he's a man to wonder, no thoughtful where he spreads his wings. Rich man, poor man, thief or beggar, he has no care for loyalty. If I'd only a golden arrow, if I'd only an archer's eye, I'd raise my bow and hold my breath and watch that arrow fly. Black crow, he might drag me down, but he'll not hold me for too long. For the battles we've had, they have left me ready. They built me up, they made me strong. Now I see a golden arrow, it's as sharp as an archer's eye, and I'll raise my bow and hold my breath and watch that arrow fly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I know that some of you were singing earlier, so I'd really like you to sing again now. This song has a chorus. It starts with the chorus, and the chorus comes round a lot. So if you don't join in, there is every chance I might just fall asleep. Many of you will have heard this song before. It's called The Angry Mother. And all I'm saying is every single word of this song is true. This is your chorus. I'll give it 6 months. You've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother. but I've never liked him. You had a good life, you had all that you needed, a husband who loved you so steady and strong. But it wasn't enough, settled down didn't suit you. Seeking adventure, you found it in song. Have a go. I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. Melodrama. Where did I go wrong? I tried so hard to raise you, to teach you my ways, how to be a good wife. But you never would listen, you always knew better. Now I'll just have to watch as you ruin your life. I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. If your father was here, he'd be blowing a gasket. And when he was mad, who knows what he could do. He was wild, he was foreign, and God knows I loved him. I can still see his smile when I'm looking at you. But I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. Fast forward in time, nearly 30 years later, I wonder what Mary would make of the scene. For we're still here together and many years married, still laughing, still singing, still living the dream. But she gave us 6 months, we had nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause I never give in. And I went home often, both laughing and crying. And just as a footnote, she really loved him. Thank you. All true. Every single word straight out of the mouth of my mother. If only she knew.
Yes, that's not all that came out of the mouth of her mother either. Believe me.
Every day brings something new, yeah?
Yeah.
This is...
Just got to tell you a little bit about that. Dropping a few clangers in here because we were fortunate. We were touring out in Canada last year, and we did a gig at the Victoria Folk Society on Vancouver Island, and it was a lovely gig in this big long hall. It was great, and there was a guy on just before us who he must have been pushing 80. This guy, big tall bloke. He would have been about 6'3", 6'4", and a great big long ZZ Top beard down here. And he was really good. Really enjoyed his set. And then he did his bit, and then we got up to do our bit. And as we're looking straight down this hall, this big guy went round the back of the hall, and so thankfully everybody was looking our way. We were the only people who could see him at the back, and he was doing Tai Chi in time to the music. absolutely spot on in time, waving around, giving it all of this. He was fun. It was amazing. But I couldn't look at anything else throughout the rest of the gig. And then Kip was singing that song. I'm going to drop another clanger here because this was in New Zealand earlier this year, he said, clunk. Yeah. But Kip was singing that song, and I had a bright idea. I went round to the front of the hall, and while everyone's watching Kip singing beautifully and singing along, I'm giving it Tai Chi at the back like this. And to
when
be
he
fair,
says he's giving it Tai Chi...
It was amazing. It was amazing.
He's giving it some Vita stance.
But she kept a straight face. I was really impressed, I've got to be honest.
I've known you for a long time, dear. I'm used to keeping a straight face. Old habits, take some breaking. How come it's 2 cups of coffee that I'm making? Every day brings something new. Reminds me how much I'm missing you. I go to the shops, find myself crying when I get to the checkout with your favorite wine. Every day brings something new, reminds me how much I'm missing you. Oh, sweet heartache, won't you give me some rest? I'm out there on the limit, way, way past my best. I turn on the TV, all I get is bad news. Won't someone shine a light on these blues? I go out walking down by the river. I see folks talking and laughing together. Every day brings something new, reminds me how much I'm missing you. Old habits take some breaking. How come it's 2 cups of coffee that I'm making? Every day brings something new, reminds me how much I'm missing you. Reminds me how much I'm missing you. I'm missing you.
Thank you. It's great when a dog cheers. I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah.
I do remember once in Shrewsbury playing in the Bird in Hand, the pub, and halfway through our set, the pub dog walked up and went round behind us, and all I'm thinking was, do not pee on that accordion. He didn't, so he's still alive. Well, he might not be still alive. It was a long time ago.
You never know.
You know. Okay.
This, we're in the process of recording a new album. And we think this is going to be the title track. The track's called Home. And, well, the story tells itself, really. Tells itself. She climbed the stairs to bed. She said, your home is in your head. It's not where you were born. It's in the clothes that you have on. Maybe it's a point of view, a feeling washing over you, a sorrow hanging off your bones, a longing for a place you can't call home. Home is not a stone set in the ground. It's not a name placed on a town. It's not a number on a door somewhere you have been before. It might well be something new, a place you're always headed to, a candle burning in the dark, a bench to lie on in a park. What is home? What is home? If home is where your heart is, what if your heart's been broken? 1,000 tiny pieces cast adrift upon an ocean. What if your life has been a never-ending trek? You don't know where you're headed for, you just know you're not there yet. What is home? What is home? Have you ever had that feeling of being buried underground? You feel like you're screaming, yet no one hears a sound. Your feet dragging molasses, you try but you can't run. You need a friend to talk to, there isn't anyone. What is home? What is home? Have you ever walked 1,000 miles with everything you own strapped to your back? You've lived your life in limbo, no way forward, no way back. They'll tell you you're not wanted here, you please, they fall on deafened ears. You feel you've lived 100 years, the product of 1,000,000 tears. What is home? What is home?
What is home?
So I turn off the television and I make my way upstairs and I climb into a warm bed beside her lying there. She mutters and she mumbles as she tumbles in her dreams. I get the inclination that this is what it means. What it means. This is home. I am home. Johnny then, now. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've just got...
We've got time for one and a smidgen of one, which is appropriate.
One and a stumble.
The little smidgen of one is a Sunday song. It's dedicated to all the mindless idiots who are doing their thing.
Quite a few. Yeah, I think we need songs like this now and again. Thank the Lord I'm an atheist. I can love who I like. Hindu or Catholic, I don't give a shite. Presbyterian, Rastafarian, Sikh, Muslim or Jew. Thank the Lord I'm an atheist. I can love all of you. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute treat. Huge round of applause to Jack and Aaron on the sound and all the other sound crews that's been going on around this wonderful event. Thank you, everybody, for doing what you do.
And please put
Tom,
money in
Mary,
the collection
Dave.
boxes because we need this event to keep going.
All the volunteers, thank you
And
so
thank
much
you to William
indeed.
for letting us all have his house and his grounds and all that
You're
stuff.
going to have the magnificent Dave Fletcher following us in a minute. One of Lincolnshire's finest voices, one of the country's finest voices.
Yeah, this song once again requires your joining in-ness. Is that a word? Joining in-ness.
Tis now.
The song is based on the philosophy of life of my husband and our dear and much lamented late friend Roger. And whenever these two were in a quandary, had come to a fork in the road and didn't know which way to turn, they would simply ask themselves, what would Johnny Cash do now?
And that is your line. That is your line. That's all you need.
What would Johnny Cash do now?
Give it some yeehaw country. Joining Any Dogs is very good as well. Please do. I wasn't looking at anyone in particular there.
I didn't want to write a sad song, but that's how it goes. They say you should write about the things that you know. I've been listening to some tunes from the Man in Black. Thought he must have known me from way, way back. He had my number, he had me named. While I was watching TV, he was blazing a trail. I didn't have no cool of my own, so I borrowed someone else's. I stole some charisma, yes I am that selfish. It worked for a while. I had a boy on each arm. It didn't take them long to see through my transparent charm.
I'd like to go out drinking, but I don't have the money. I feel like crying in the rain, but it's too damn sunny. If I were a boxer, they'd throw in the towel. Oh, tell me this.
Are you ready?
What would Johnny Cash do now? Wonderful. Naturals.
A friend once told me I was trying too hard. He said,
just be yourself, don't be playing charades. But when I looked in the mirror, I just couldn't see.
who the hell was I supposed to be? Well, my passport says Scotland, my heart's in Tennessee. I'm in need of the big man and his mighty hand.
It's a tortured path to the promised land. I need his guidance to show me how. Oh, tell me this.
Ready?
What would Johnny Cash do now? This is going to go well, this is. Oh, man.
You gotta walk a lot of miles to learn those lessons from the
Gospel according to country and western. It's a well-worn path. Hillbillies, drugs and booze. I'll give it 5 more years,
then I'll be singing the blues.
I'd like to go out drinking, but I don't have the money. I feel like crying in the rain, but it's too damn sunny. If I were a boxer, they'd throw in the towel. Oh, tell me this. What would Johnny Cash do now? And again. Yeah, tell me this. What would Johnny Cash do now? Big finish, come on, Leadman. Please tell me this. What would Johnny Cash do now? Thank you very much, cheers.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you want any more, there are CDs on the merch table.
Thank you. Thank you to Winter Wilson. One of